All right, this is One Last Midnight, and welcome back to another episode of Astroneer. First, I want to start off by saying that this video contains spoilers beyond spoilers. If you're not interested in knowing about these spoilers for the Wanderer update, my suggestion to you would be to stop the video right now. Recently released for Astroneer was the Wanderer update, which contained a mission where you go from planet to planet discovering these historical probes. As you discover these probes, you would unlock suit palettes, and finally at the very end you would unlock a special Wanderer suit, and in addition an emote that would allow you to take a picture. But that's not all. Each one of the historical probes contains a secret message. Somewhere on or around September 30th, 2019, several days after the release of the Wanderer update, people started discovering the secret behind the probes. Each probe contains two messages. One is a Morse code message. The other piece of audio, if you run it through a spectrogram, will produce an image. Here are all of the secret messages inside of the historical probes. When you look at these pictures and the decoded Morse code, you can cobble together kind of a story of a person who was applying to become an astroneer, ultimately got accepted to be an astroneer and assigned to some sort of level 8 assignment. This is presumably the astroneer that's denoted by the number 737372. The level 8 assignment, you can make the assumption, was some sort of gateway station technology that had been reverse engineered and they were testing it out. That astroneer had some sort of manifest that was maybe some pieces of equipment that they were taking with them to this gateway. Ultimately, there was some sort of incident that happened, some sort of failure near Mars, and the report was highly sensitive, classified. And then there was another transmission where, you know, they were scanning for but could not find this person or their belongings. The chamber in the station had been activated, but there was no jump. And then ultimately they recovered the astroneer. They reached him and there was a message that says, "See you among the stars." So that's kind of the story that, you know, you can kind of cobble together by looking at these images. Of course, it goes a little bit deeper than that. The final picture that you see when you go to Atrox is actually a picture of Paul Prepera, co-founder of Astroneer and lead designer, who died on March 27th, 2016, 4 months after Astroneer released in pre-alpha. If you go back and you look at the images that were transmitted on the historical probes, there are 3 images there that actually contain some of Paul's artwork. A piece entitled June 20th, 2126. Another item called Spacecraft Model Kit Box Concepts, which it shows the Glenn along with 3 other spacecraft concepts. And Forward Unto Dawn Cryo Chamber, which is part of Halo 4. And the final image is of Paul taking a self-portrait. Shortly after the discovery was made, Adam Brummel, co-founder who started the company with Paul back in 2014, acknowledged the fact that the Wanderer update is a tribute to the legacy of Paul Prepera. He goes on to say that they wanted a way for Paul to have a permanent fingerprint on Astroneer, and something that would go unchanged during the lifespan of the game. So they put in the historical probes, something that Paul had been working on a week before he died. They ultimately wind up choosing 7 out of the dozens of probes that they had, 1 for each of the planet, on a mission based around discovering these 7 probes and summoning a wanderer, a mysterious traveler. And the design of the Wanderer would be inspired by Paul. Adam continues to say that the model of the Wanderer gives as many nods to Paul as possible in the design, where the actual suit itself was inspired by his favorite movie, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and you could see that they are very, very similar to the suit that was used in 2001. They also wanted to reflect something that Paul really enjoyed, which was taking pictures. And the design of the camera is based off of an old Leica camera that Paul enjoyed using. And lastly, Adam goes on to say that the Wanderer's suit itself is really inspired by Paul's stature and mannerisms, all the way down to the animations. And it is the tallest suit since Paul was 6'5". And finally, the last thing that Adam said, that while they miss Paul, the Wanderer update was not meant to be Paul in a spacesuit, but it was meant to be an everlasting reminder of who he was and what he was about. I thought this was incredibly touching. This wasn't the first time that they added something in specifically for Paul. Back in the pre-alpha, when they introduced the historical probes, there was also another Morse code message and image that was delivered. So I want to thank the group of people at Reddit that actually decoded these messages and generated these pictures. You can find the link in the description to the original documentation and also to the audio files. They have everything posted there. They did a fantastic job. Thank you very much for supplying this to us. I also want to thank Adam for giving us some information into the Wanderer update and sharing Paul with us. I found this to be incredibly touching and incredibly endearing. And I'm very glad that you guys included this and added Paul as a permanent part of Astroneer so that we can also continue to remember him and his contributions to helping create Astroneer. All right, so that was it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you're not subscribers, think about subscribing. We have a great community here. And if you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below. Oh, make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I go live and when I post new videos. We'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.